Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls Prepared. I'm Coolican Dragoon and this is episode 2. In the first episode, or the last episode, we defeated the Undead Asylum and we managed to take down the Asylum Demon and escape from there. So now we have to begin our journey to the land of ancient lords. Before we go, there are a couple of things you want to try and do right outside of here. First, you want to come down here. You do want to take it slow. There is a sheer drop-off, and dying is not fun. But you can come around here, and you can get a Soul of the Lost Undead. You can get back up. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is... Yep, right there. Right. Sneak guy down over here. This right now, he's not going to talk right now because we haven't left yet, but this is the nest of Snuggly the Crow. He will ask you to bring him items, and if you drop items there and then quit out of your game and come back, there will be something else there in its place. That can be a very good thing. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think I am. And let's go on up here and begin our journey.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Alright guys, now we are finally in Lordran, and we are here at the Firelink Shrine. This is kind of the hub, I guess if you want to call it that, of this world. And now that we are here, we can now officially level up Kindle or reverse our hollowing. I'll get to what kindling and reversing hollowing are later, but first we want to level up, and you should kind of tell we actually have to use souls to level up. Every time we level up, we get 1 point in one stat. So this is a game where you do kind of want to specialize what you're doing. There are several different ways of going through this game. I'm actually going to go with the Strength Dex character. So I'm going to be putting my points into Strength right now. And confirm that that's what I want. Alright, so now we have leveled up our strength here, and we can come over here and talk to this guy.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead.
New arrival, we just fell out of a crow's talons.
But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off we go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead.
Alright guys, so if you remember from the first episode, Oscar's Prophecy, we have to ring the Bell of Awakening. We've now learned there are actually 2 bells that we have to ring. I'm going to pick up this and get 3 more humanity from this. This episode, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a guideline, is I'm actually going to run around here. There are quite a few items here in the Firelink Shrine, as well as we can now have access to a couple of the items I would like to get for my build, for my Strength Dex character that we're going to be using throughout the game. a couple of things like that. So this is going to be an episode where it's just going to be kind of a run around and collect some items. And you come up here and we find this guy. He's very fat.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Firelinking. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Fat and rude. What a combination, guys. Fat and rude.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
And so now he gives us a copper coin. That's not really useful right now, but we can make use of it later.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes, this is the only reason I really talk to you.
Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Yes, I want to join your covenant. Hooray!
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Alright guys, so what we just did there is we actually entered into a covenant. There are 9 covenants throughout the game. We're going to learn Jester from him. And we can purchase things from him now. I'll show you here. These are all miracles. This is one of 3 types of spells throughout the game. There are miracles. Miracles are based on our faith stat and use talismans to cast. We don't need anything else from you.
The effectiveness of the
hi-jinks depends on your faith. Blah, 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 blah. As I was saying, there are 3 types of spells. Miracles depend on your faith. Sorceries depend on your intelligence. And the 3rd type is called pyromancy. That doesn't depend on any of your other stats. I will be using some pyromancies throughout the game, but we won't get them for a little while. The main thing I wanted from him there is if you look over on the left-hand portion of the screen, up there by my level, you will see now I'm Covenant of the Way of White. The Way of White doesn't really have much in terms of a covenant. You don't really progress in levels or anything like that, but what it does do is it makes it slightly harder for you to be invaded, harder for other players to find your world for invasion. So that's just kind of useful. We'll come down here. We've got some chests we can get stuff from. So now we got 6 homeward bones. Homeward bones will take you back to the last bonfire you rested at, so those can be useful in certain situations. We get the Morning Star Mace, which Petrus was holding, and a talisman. So you didn't actually have to buy a talisman from him, so there's no... if you want to do miracles, you can just down here. And there's another chest hidden over here we can look at. This chest has 4 cracked red-eye orbs. Cracked red-eye orbs are actually used to invade another person's world. When you invade somebody else's world, your objective is to kill the host, the person whose game it actually is. If you kill them, you will get humanity and a certain number of souls, depending on their level. But you have to be careful because there are dangers in doing that invasion as well. But first, we get Lloyd's Talisman. Lloyd's Talisman actually prevent the use of our Estus flasks in a certain area. Those are also very useful for invaders, since invaders themselves actually can't use Estus flasks. Anytime you go to another person's world, whether you are summoned there to help or you invade, you can't use your Estus flasks. So, if you're invading, Lloyd's Talisman is very useful. And down here we see the graveyard. I'll have to admit, guys, this is part of the always kind of gets my blood pumping a little bit, because there is an item. The weapon I want is down there in the graveyard, but there are skeletons in there, guys, and well, we can't really kill them that easily right now. If we're lucky, we'll probably do 10 damage to them. So this is going to be a run situation. I'm going to pick you up as good as I can. And here's more skeletons we got to run by. Nope, no stopping, nope. And over here, this is the item that I want, the Swyhander. Now we got to run because there is actually a giant skeleton right behind us. to pick this up because this is useful too. And another giant skeleton. Oh gosh, he followed me. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm alive. I have no idea how I'm alive. I must run. Run. I must literally have 1 hit point left right now. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm not actually safe, by the way. They will follow me up here. Oh. One of them must have died. Oh crap. Oh, and now I died. Oops. Oopsies. I did not mean to do that, guys. Well, there you go. I died. There's the first time I've died in this walkthrough. It will be the first of many. Now I can show you this, guys, though. Like I said before in the first episode, I have now lost all of my souls. However, if I come back up here, it's probably up there, actually. Now that I think about it. Just kind of go back to where we were when we died. Yep, you can see it over there already. That is my blood stain, where I died at. So although you die and you lose all of your souls and all of your humanity, you actually can recover them. If you can get back to the spot where you died before you die again. So that is something you do kind of have to keep an eye on. That is actually what I had originally meant to do to get down there. But now we have our weapon that we're going to want, so we need to actually go the other way, which is... I don't think I have... Oh, I'm going to do one thing first, guys, because I'm probably actually going to die to try and get this next item that I want. I'm actually going to go up here first. This is actually the complete opposite direction, because I want to do one thing first. No, backstab. There's the backstab. I think that's enough. Yep. Run away from you because I don't need you. I don't think he'll follow me. Nope, okay. Good. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to level up one more time. Because the next item I want to get, I am probably going to die doing. And it's not a spot where you really want to have to go back and recover your soul, so you want to try and use as many as you can. Before we go down there, you see there is somebody in here. You can try to talk to her, but she cannot speak. This is one of the Firekeepers. They actually keep the bonfires lit in the area. And if you bring them a Firekeeper soul, they can reinforce your Estus flask to heal you for even greater amounts. There are... I'm trying to think here. I think there are 4 Firekeepers throughout the game that are actually living, as well as several souls. I think 4 souls. It might actually be 3 Firekeepers and 4 Firekeeper souls you can get. But you could kill the Firekeeper and get a Firekeeper soul if you wanted to. However, you do have to be wary of the fact that if you do that, the bonfires will go out, and you have no way of relighting those bonfires, so that is not a wise move to make. But first, we're actually going to go down this elevator, so we can get to the next item. This is actually the reason that you want to have the Master Key to start off. If you want to get this particular item, you need to have it, or otherwise you'll have to wait. And we're going to drop down over here and get this one. You guys will see me picking up a lot of those types of things, souls of nameless soldiers, things like that. Those are just... Now we're going to... Those are just souls, just soul-like items. We can use them to get a certain number of souls. But now we're here in the New Londo Ruins. This is an area we'll come back to much later in the game. You can kind of see it a little bit out there. The whole place is actually flooded right now, so we can't actually get out there. First, I want to come down here and talk to this guy.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't try. I'm Rickett, aren't I? I was once an established smith, but look at me now. Can you believe it?
So here we have the first smith you can get to in the game. There are 3 smiths, I believe. They'll be very useful throughout the game.
What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. No intention of escape. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, not much to occupy myself. How about it? I could forge your weapon, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what may be the best in them.
Alright, so now what you can do this at almost all blacksmiths, within a couple of things. You can reinforce your weapons and armor, which means that you can actually get them to do more damage. You can repair it, which is what I actually want here, is to repair my things. I don't have enough souls to repair my black leather boots. Oh well, that doesn't make a big difference. You can purchase a couple items from them. From him, you can get the basics of sorcery, the first 2 spells in the game, Soul Arrow and Heavy Soul Arrow, as well as the Sorcerer's Catalyst to cast them. But like I said, we're actually going to be doing a Strength Dex character, and so we won't be putting points into Intelligence, so we can't actually use any of these, even if we had the souls. But the other thing you can do from him is to modify your equipment. Once you have your weapons up to a high enough point, you could actually turn them into something else, but only if you have acquired certain items throughout the game, and I'll be trying to get as many of those as possible. I'm not sure if I'll get all of them, but I will be trying to get as many as possible. I'll be trying to get a lot of different things throughout this game, guys, but it won't be 100% of them. That's why we need the Master Key, because there are items that we need to get that require cutting off bosses' tails, and I'm not really just going to focus on doing that, because that can take a lot of time and effort and a lot of tries, so I'm not going to worry about doing that. We're going to come down here. The next item that I want to get for my build is actually a shield, which is guarded over here by that creature. That is actually a dragon. He's sleeping. So you do want to be a little bit quiet. Kinda gotta sneak up on him. He's a poison dragon. And he's gonna wake up now. There, okay, good, I didn't know. And they're now dead. You can see that's kind of why you want to make sure that you don't have any souls, or have as few souls as possible. He's actually at a level right now where he will kill you one shot, but we did get the item I wanted, which is the Dragon Crest Shield. Now you may be wondering why on earth I went out of my way to try to get the Dragon Crest Shield. Well, I'll show you. If you look at the stats for the target shield that we got back at the Undead Asylum, you can see the damage reduction percentages there in the corner. You'll notice the physical only actually blocks 78% of the damage, whereas if I go to the Dragon Crest Shield here, it blocks 100% of the damage. And that's actually the main thing that I want, that I focus on at least throughout the game, is I want to be able to block 100% of physical damage. Most of the enemies will use physical damage. Only in certain cases where you want something else. So there you have it. Now we have all the items that we can get for our build right now. There will be a couple things we need to get later in the game. But for right now, I'm actually going to end off the episode here. Next time we'll head on up to the next area and be on our way to get to the first Bell of Awakening. So I will see you guys there. Coolkin Dragoon out.